Hello students, welcome to the lecture. So students, as we already know that we have started the static part of history, okay, and we have completed the ancient history so far. In this lecture, we are going to start the medieval history and we will cover the important topics of the medieval history part, which will be important for your examination point of view. Got it? Just make sure whatever points I will tell you, you just write these points, make your notes so that you will be able to face your exam with determination and proper planning. Okay, so let's start. So basically, in Indian context, the basic medieval history was start between or from tripartite struggle. Okay, the tripartite struggle was between three states named as Palas, Gujjar Patriharas, then Rajputas. Okay, so there was a struggle amongst these three states to capture Kannauj. Which today lies at Uttar Pradesh. Okay, so there was a struggle from which the medieval history started. This struggle was between Palas, Gujjar Pratiharas and Rajputa dynasty to capture the Kannauj. Okay, so that was the beginning of this medieval history part. Okay, but if we talk about the major portion of the medieval history, then it starts with two things. And you can say it is covered by two things mainly. First was Sultanate. Second was Badshahat. Okay, so that was the beginning of real medieval history. Sultanate was ruled by Sultan. Badshahat was ruled by Badshah. Okay, and what do we mean by them? Who is Sultan? Who is Badshah? What is the difference between them? That should be our next question. So basically, the Sultan word who governed the Sultanate refers to Turkish people. Or you can say the Turkish dynasties which had their rule on India. Okay. Whereas the Badshah who ruled the Badshahat, okay, it is a Persian dynasties, or you can say the Persian people. Got it? So that was the difference between the Sultanate and the Badshah. Okay, the Sultan who ruled the Sultanate, basically they are the Turkish people. The Badshah who ruled the Badshahat, they were basically the Persian people, or you can say the Mughal era. The Mughal era. Okay, so Indian medieval history is basically broadly, you can say, not basically, broadly study under three main headings. First is a tripartite struggle, which I have told you that there was a struggle between three states named Palas, Gujjar Pratiharas, then Rajputas to capture the Kannauj area. Okay, now after this there was a Delhi Sultanate. Okay, and thereafter there was a Mughal era. Okay, so this is about the medieval history. Okay, so let's start with the Delhi Sultanate. So before understanding Delhi Sultanate, let me tell you two questions which could be asked you directly in your exam. First question is, who marked the first Arabian invasion in India? Okay, it is the first question. Got it? Second question was, who established Muslim rule in India? Okay, basically these are the two questions which we should understand before we proceed with the Delhi Sultanate part of medieval India. Got it? So our first question is, who marked the first Arabian invasion in India? Then the answer is Muhammad bin Qasim. Okay, he was a Arabian general who was sent to the Sindh part of India. Okay, so remember the Muhammad bin Qasim was the first one who marked the first Arabian invasion in the India. He was a general of Arabian army who was sent to the Sindh province, or you can say the present day Pakistan Afghanistan area, and he captured that area. Okay, now come to the second point, which is who established Muslim rule in India. Okay, the answer is Qutbuddin Uddin Aibak. Okay, he was the first person who established the Muslim rule in India. Okay, now let's start the story. Let's start the story. Here I would add some points which you are required to note down so that you could have a complete understanding of the topic. Got it? So basically, the first one was Qasim, or you can say Muhammad bin Qasim. He was an Arabian. Okay, so first one was the Muhammad bin Qasim who came to India and captured Sindh area or northwestern part. Northwestern part. Got it? But they did not establish their rule. They did not establish their rule. They were only limited to the Sindh area, or you can say the northwestern part of India. Okay. After Muhammad bin Qasim, there was another person whose name was Saptujin. Saptujin. Okay. Basically, he was the founder of Turkish clan. Turkish clan. Okay. So Saptujin was the founder of Turkish clan who separated Turkish from Arabs. Who separated Turkish from Arabians. Okay. So remember, he was the founder of Turkish clan who separated Turkish from Arabians. Got it? After Saptujin, there was a person named as Mahmud Ghazni. Okay. He attacked India 17 times. He attacked India 17 times but did not settle down. Okay. So you can say that Mahmud Ghazni was continuously attacking India. He almost attacked India for 17 times, but he did not get settled down and he did not sustain the control over territory. He basically attacked to maintain war booty. Okay, he basically attacked to maintain the war booty. Got it? After Mahmud Ghazni, the next person was, okay, remember one point is here. When Mahmud Ghazni attacked Punjab, okay, when Mahmud Ghazni attacked Punjab, he brought Al-Bruni. Okay, when he attacked the Punjab region, then with him, Al-Bruni came to India. Okay, Al-Bruni was basically the Arabian writer, okay, who wrote a very famous book, Kitabul Hind. Kitabul Hind. Okay, he wrote this book. Let me write it down correct. Kitabul Hind. So when he came to India, he wrote this book, Kitabul Hind, in which he described various practices practiced in India. Also, he described about the various religion, economics, and administrative affairs of India. Affairs of India. Got it? After Muhammad Ghazni and Al-Bruni, another person which is very important was the Muhammad Ghori. Muhammad Ghori. Okay. Basically, Muhammad Ghori captured the northwestern part of India. Okay, and when he attacked India, there was a ruler, an important ruler of Indian history named Prithviraj Chauhan. Okay, he was the ruler of Delhi. He was the ruler of Delhi. Okay, and there was an area near Delhi known as Doyab, which was highly fertile. Okay, so remember in the previous lectures, I had told you that there was a barter system prevailed in the India on that time, which means that the farmers and the people are required to pay the taxes in form of crops. Okay, so if you having the Doyab region, which is highly fertile, so it means that you will have a bumper production in crops, and when you will have a bumper production, it simply means that you will be able to pay huge taxes to the government or the ruler. So that's why the rulers were trying to capture the Doyab region. Okay, and this brought the condition of Muhammad Ghori versus Prithviraj Chauhan. Okay, this brought the both powers at war. Okay, and you can say there were basically two wars between them. They were basically two wars between them. The first war was took place in 119 AD at Tarain, in which Prithviraj defeated the Ghori. Okay, so the first battle was fought between 1191 AD in Tarain, in which Prithviraj defeated the Ghori. The second battle was found between 1192 AD, in which same place was Tarain, in which Ghori defeated Prithviraj Chauhan. Okay, so that was the beginning of the Muslim rule in India. Okay, but Ghori could not sustain for long. Muhammad Ghori captured the Delhi, but he was not able to sustain it for long. And after this, there was a person whose name was Qutb-ud-Din Aibak. Okay, he founded Delhi Sultanate. Okay, so Qutb-ud-Din Aibak was the first person who founded the Delhi Sultanate. And you can say that in Delhi Sultanate, we have to basically study 5 dynasties. First, Slave Dynasty. Second, Khilji Dynasty. Third, Tughlaq Dynasty. Fourth, Sayyid Dynasty. And the fifth, Lodhi Dynasty. Okay, we have to learn about these dynasties, then we will cover the Delhi Sultanate portion. Okay, so let's start. So, the first dynasty was a slave dynasty. So, question is why it is called the slave dynasty? Because the Qutb-ud-Din Aibak was basically the slave of Muhammad Ghori. Okay, so you can say basically he was the slave of Muhammad Ghori. That's why this dynasty is called as slave dynasty, because the founder of this dynasty was a slave. Got it? And the notable rulers are Iltutmish and Rajia Sultan. Basically, the Qutub Minar of India, the Qutub Minar, the foundation was laid by Qutb-ud-Din. Okay, but it was completed by Iltutmish. Got it? So remember, The Qutub Minar, which was initiated by the Qutbuddin Aibar, but completed by the Iltutmish. Got it? And second thing which we should remember is that Qutub Minar was basically built for Khwaja Qutb Uddin Bakhtiyar. Okay. So basically, the Qutub Minar was built for Khwaja Qutbuddin Bakhtiyar Khaki. Okay. His full name was Khaki. Khwaja Qutbuddin Bakhtiyar Khaki. Okay. Many times people get confused that Qutub Minar is named Qutub Minar because it was built by Qutbuddin Aibar. Okay. But the real reason is, yes, the Qutub Minar named after Qutbuddin, but not after Qutbuddin Aibar, but after Qutbuddin Bakhtiyar Khaki. Got it? Second main thing is that Razia Sultan, remember, she was the first and only Indian Muslim ruler. Okay, just remember, the Razia Sultan, she was the first and only Indian Muslim ruler. Got it? So here we have finished the slave dynasty. Now let's move forward. If we talk about the achievements, the slave dynasty was the first to establish the Muslim rule in India, as I have told you. They defeated the Prithviraj Chauhan, the same thing I have told you. Second thing which we should understand, that Iltutmish, who was the completer of Qutub Minar, introduced silver taka and copper jital as their standard coins. Just write down silver taka. Okay, you can match the spelling from here also. And copper jital as their standard coins. And the same thing I have told you, Razia Sultana became the first and only woman to rule the Delhi Sultanate. Got it? Now let's move to the next dynasty. So basically, there was a dynasty of Khilji dynasty. Okay, the founder was Jalaluddin Khilji. If you looked at the movie Padmavat, if you watch the movie Padmavat, then you must know about the Jalaluddin Khilji and Alauddin Khilji. Okay, basically Jalaluddin Khilji was uncle of Alauddin. Got it? And he was the governor of Afghan. Okay, then he attacked the Delhi throne, killed the ruler and occupied the throne. After some time, Alauddin killed Jalaluddin to capture the throne, and that's how it became the beginning of the Khilji rule and Khilji dynasty rule. Got it? And remember that the Alauddin Khilji was famous for his administration, okay, and market control. For administration, he passed 4 ordinances. Number 1, he introduced land grants to religions. Okay. Second thing, he appointed spy or intelligence officers. Okay. Third point, he prohibited the wine. The fourth point, he restricted meeting of his nobles and inter-nobles marriages. Okay. So basically, first thing he introduced the land grants to religions. Second thing, he appointed the intelligence officers to keep the eyes on everyone. Third point, he prohibited the use of wine. And fourth point, he stopped his nobles and ministers to meet up and also do marriages without his permission. So you can say that he did not want his ministers to get meeting without his permission and to get marriage with each other without his permission. Also, he had a market system with 3 markets. One market is only for food grains. Second market is for clothes. Third market is for slaves, horses, and other things. Got it? And remember that he ensured fixed price. So you can say the pricing policy under Alauddin Khilji in the market was strictly fixed. Okay, now let's move forward. There is an achievement that Alauddin Khilji was a powerful ruler known for the administrative reforms and military campaigns. As we know that he had attacked many times, many places. You can see the movie Padmavat in which it is shown. He introduced a market regulation system where he introduced 3 types of market. First for food grains, second for costly clothes, third for slaves and horses. And he also fixed the prices. Okay. And the Hauj Khas, which is present today in Delhi, is the receiver to receive the goods. Okay. Thereafter, the Tughlaq dynasty, which was basically founded by Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. Okay. And the main ruler was Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Okay. Muhammad bin Tughlaq did some mistake, which oftenly asked in the exam about the correct sequence. So I want you all to write down the correct sequence of his mistakes. Okay. So first, introduced with the taxation in Doyab. Second was transfer of capital. Okay. Third was token currency. Fourth was Khorasan attack. The fifth was Karachil attack. Karachil attack. Here you can write it. Khorasan attack. Okay. So the first mistake was taxation in Doyab. He introduced the heavy taxes in the Doyab region. Second was transfer of his capital. He transferred the capital from Delhi to Daulatabad, Maharashtra. Okay. Third mistake was token currency. He introduced the token currency, which was rejected by the traders. Fourth mistake was Khorasan attack. He attacked the Khorasan region in the Middle East part where he defeated, but he had to suffer a lot. Okay. And the fifth one was the Karachil attack. He attacked the Karachil, but he got failed. So these are the 5 mistakes which is considered as the failure of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Now let's move forward. Achievements, as I have told you, they shifted the capital from Delhi to Daulatabad. Second point is that Muhammad bin Tughlaq is known for his ambitious but controversial policy. Like, if this is Muhammad bin Tughlaq, he attacked the Karachil in the east, got failed. He attacked the Khorasan in the west, but get failed. Got it? Now let's move forward. Now we have the Sayyid dynasty, which was established by the Khizr Khan, but supported by Taimur. Okay. So Taimur was the person who attacked India, established Khizr Khan at Delhi's throne. Okay. And then Taimur went to the China. Got it? So the founder of the Khizr Khan the founder of Sayyid dynasty was Khizr Khan, but Taimur was the person who established Khizr Khan at the Delhi's throne. Okay. Now achievements. The Sayyid dynasty was a short-lived and relatively weak dynasty that followed the Tughlaqs. Okay. If we talk about all the 5 dynasties, then it is the weakest dynasty. It is the weakest dynasty. Got it? Now let's move forward. Now the Lodi dynasty. Basically, you can say it is the last dynasty of Delhi Sultanate. Okay, the famous rulers of are Behlol Lodi, who was the founder, Sikandar Lodi, who was the founder of Agra city. Okay, then the Ibrahim Lodi, who was defeated by Babur in first Panipat battle. 1526. Okay, after defeating Ibrahim Lodi, Babur established the Mughal rule on India. Okay, so students, in this lecture, we have covered the Delhi Sultanate part of medieval history. Make sure you revise all the facts so that when we will learn about the other dynasties and topics of medieval India, you should be able to understand them properly. Till then, thank you.